Day 170. Noiseless Anne. She brought me breakfast in the morning and didn't even wake me up. I woke up late, as I couldn't fall asleep last night. When I finally did, I had a dream that my hands were rotting away and I had to cut them off. No wonder I didn't get much rest. I feel so incredibly heavy. I move as slow as molasses. All because I'm such a bundle of nerves. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. It seems that Anne left me a letter with my breakfast. A letter? More like a note with a book recommendation. Is she worried that I'm bored? Me? With such excellent company? Maybe I should read what Anne told me to.
Tom, I wonder if you've read the thing I asked you to. I suppose you haven't, since you've been avoiding me and everything that's related to me. Except for meals, maybe. I can't even put it into words, how lonely I feel. But I guess Rilke has done it for me. Isn't it weird that a journalist is lost for words? I don't think it has ever happened to me before. I've been having lots of nightmares recently. all of them kind of alike. In each and every one of them, I'm wandering around some sort of building, a castle, an old house, or a hotel. All I know is that I need to get to my room. Those places are always chilly, always full of corridors, nooks and crannies, and most importantly, always haunted. Whenever I'm about to open a door, I feel overwhelmed by fear. What if the room I'm standing in front of is haunted by some kind of hellspawn? The nightmare continues in the light of day. I'm afraid of what I might see behind a door in my own home. I'm on edge. This isn't normal, and it shouldn't be happening. I'm not going to carry on with this, so I took some action. For your information, you have no say in the matter. I need to help you somehow. I need to help us. I've paid your doctor a visit and told him everything there is to say about the situation. He's going to visit you in a couple of days. I'm telling you this so that you have time to prepare for it. You're going to talk to him. I had to do something about it. I had to search for help, since we're not able to deal with this on our own, because we aren't. This situation is not good for us. It has to change. Oh, and don't even bother locking the door. As I'm sure you remember, we've agreed that I'm to have unrestricted access to your atelier. That's why I have my own key. Anne.
Day 185. It seems Anne's running out of patience. We had another argument. She had this idea that a doctor should come by and check on me. Honestly, I'm surprised she still has enough strength to take care of me. I wish she'd just leave. Let me disappear here. Let me die. Let me slip into oblivion. You see, Rilke? Even though we secretly hate each other, at least we don't have to sleep in the same bed. At least I took care of that. When Anne was leaving, she slammed the door so hard that the mirror fell on the floor. Maybe it's better it smashed. I guess the only reason I kept it so long was my infantile sentimentalism. Every time my mother was done cutting my hair, she would hold a mirror up for me so that I could see my new haircut. It's one of the few memories I have of her. She left us so soon. Nobody was prepared for that. But then again, can you ever really prepare? In any case, I need to sort this mirror out. Anne's definitely not going to want to help me after that argument. And I feel uneasy in a room full of broken glass.
Dear Tom, according to what we discussed during our last meeting, I am writing this letter instead of calling or visiting you. Please, bear in mind that I'm only doing it because you're famous, and I can understand that you wish to avoid rumors at all cost. As I already mentioned, the state you're in is a cause for much concern. But I think we can start with home therapy. Let me just remind you what we agreed on during our last meeting. Medication is necessary. If you do not wish to cooperate with me on that matter, I will have no choice but to consider hospitalization. I gave Anne the prescriptions for the next month. I will visit you soon so that we can assess whether the medication has caused any improvement. I keep in touch with Anne, so please do not worry about her. Do not hesitate to contact me should any problems arise or your condition worsen. I would also appreciate it if you considered leaving your atelier. You can start by leaving the window open, then the door, and then maybe walking around the house at night when Anne's asleep. Once you accomplish that, you may try continuing your trips around the house, but during the day. I'm convinced it's worth a try. I often see that it's helpful if patients write journals, of course, if they find enough energy to do so. Please remember, it is crucial that you take your medication regularly. I know that you have experience with these sorts of pharmaceuticals, but let me remind you, they only work after a period of regular use. Please, do not let it discourage you that you may experience some deterioration in your condition in the first 2 weeks. After this critical period,
Day 191. I'm not sure fixing that mirror was a good decision after all. It's a memento of my mom. But then again, when I look at it, something inside of me raises its head. I'm slightly afraid of the reflection in the mirror. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not proud of how I managed to put all the pieces of the jigsaw together. My Anne's such a sly little thing. She always comes to the atelier in the morning before work to take the rubbish out, bring me some food, and sometimes cater to my special wishes. I hide in the bathroom when she does. I wash and get dressed, or pretend to, at least. Most of the time, she's gone by the time I come out, which means I don't have to suffer her gaze and the wave of guilt it brings with it. This time, it was different. She was sitting on my bed, waiting. She looked peculiar. Maybe she wanted to make up after the whole situation with the doctor's visit. I haven't got a clue why I'm so cold toward her. I can't show how much I care for her, how much love I still have for her. She talked to me about her family. She asked me to paint a forest animal for her niece's upcoming birthday, and bought her a book about the forest. I made a note so that I wouldn't forget to do it. Quite a challenge. I hope I'm still able to do it. It seems like there's something wrong with Anne. Maybe she's consoling herself again. 2:01. Anne seemed pleased with the watercolor. Hopefully Emily will be pleased with it as well. I found no satisfaction in creating it, though. It seemed to be a caricature of itself, completely inadequate. I think it's all because of my emotions, because of how awkward painting and drawing make me feel these days. Quite pathetic. A big artist having issues with a small watercolor. Is it just me? Or is that how the whole world's organized? Sometimes I think that life's nothing but an absurdity, and the only way to deal with it is laugh at it. I can't do it anymore. When I look back, I wonder why I made the decisions I did. We're spinning, sometimes driven by some inner force, and we never know what the end of the line is going to be. Talking about spinning, today Anne brought me the clock I once got from a friend of mine, David. She said she'd found it while cleaning up. So many memories. They pop into my head every time I glance at the clock's face. That David, he was one of the really ambitious ones. Any obstacle in his way seemed easy to tackle. It was all a matter of attitude. I guess this gift from him was supposed to motivate me. The clock of his life stopped a long time ago, 5 years or so. It'd be good to check whether the old mechanism's still working.